Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Doing a little walk behind the pasture. It's been a few days, weeks, can't remember since I've done it last. The last time we talked back here I was talking about my egg giving tree. Well, one of my eggs made it all the way up here. They do carry them off, so we know that the wildlife are using them, and I'm okay, fine with that. I don't really love that they're bringing them back up toward the pastures from the deep woods, but they do what they need to do to feel safe to eat it. So I just want to pop in real quick with my semi-monthly plug for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, why not? You're watching, so you must enjoy it, and a subscription goes so far to helping to push the algorithm. Even further is if you leave a like or a comment on YouTube. It really does help. It helps push out the message, and the more people that see these creatures and get a chance to check out what we do, the more animals may find a home in the future. Everything here is completely overgrown at this point. Oops, wrong direction. Let me zoom out. Zoom out, Pam. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, as I'm asking you to subscribe, let me make you motion sick. Anyway, these are all the felled logs. Now, if you go back through my History of the Farm series to take a look at what it looked like in the early spring, all of this was essentially bare wood. There was no vegetation. You could see the trees that had been fallen or that had been felled and stacked up. You can still see them a little bit, but everything has been overtaken by foliage. And I absolutely love this time of the year for that. You can see, and maybe you can see, sort of the dents and the dens that the critters make in it. They do make paths to get in and out, which, again, I absolutely adore. We encourage this behavior. We want them to feel safe living here. If they feel safe living here at the edge of the woods, with that giant barrier of thorns and thickets and whatnot to the pastures, plus the fence, of course, the likelihood is, again, kind of rule of thumb, is their easy path to food is straight out into the woods, go hunt, right? So yes, fox, raccoons, skunks, opossums, everything that New Jersey has lives here. Probably some weasels too. Haven't seen much action in that sense recently, but we definitely have some weasels living in the woods. They are native to New Jersey. I know that sounds weird. A lot of people don't think that, but they are. And everything is encouraged to sort of make their home here and use the woods as they're intended to be used. And for the most part, we know we had an incident this year that it did not work, but for the most part, it does work to keep the predators out of our pastures, away from our animals, and out here into nature where they belong. So yeah, it's kind of neat to be back here and see how everything looks. I mean, you look up now, I can maybe catch a glimpse of the barn through this dense foliage, but you can't see the animals, you can't see the pastures. Probably this angle, you might catch a glimpse of a fence line. But it really is quite densely packed with all sorts of things. Little orange flowers. You walk over here and they're everywhere. They're all over this whole growth area. I don't know what they are, but I can see plenty of pollinators using them. So that makes me happy. Anytime I can see honeybees using our area, it tells me that the hummingbirds are probably using it as well when they're passing through. They're long since gone. The butterflies are definitely using it. And you can see, here's an interesting, somebody dug out a giant hole here. That's really deep. I don't know if you can really see the angle there, but boy, that's one heck of a hole. I don't know what they were digging for. They were either creating something they needed and then abandoned it, or there was something underneath that they wanted and then got it, and that's what's left. I'm not worried about it. It'll grow over, and over the winter, it'll even fill in a bit and won't be such a deep hole. And that's kind of the nice thing about leaving this to do its thing, because it does really maintain itself. All of this greenery will die back for winter. It won't stay. It doesn't drop leaves. It doesn't leave brush to clean up. It's kind of cool. So we'll see how the seasons change as we get into fall. We're still a bit away from that. But if you did see the early spring pictures, you'll have seen that it's very different now than it was then. The cicadas are still up and singing. Providing a little background ambience. Still not seeing them though. I keep checking the trees where I think I hear them. And I'm not seeing their empty shells or anything, so they're there. I can hear them. I just don't know where they're coming from exactly. And I don't know which trees they're in. We'll take a quick stroll just a little bit through this opening. We're starting to get our logging trail back in shape just a hair. You can see it's getting there. Lots of branches down this year. We had lots and lots of storms roll through. And this is old growth stuff, right? So it does indeed sometimes drop a big limb. Sometimes it just falls. Oh, what was that? Oh, a katydid? Is it a katydid? There is something that I stirred up. Oh, it's a little toad. I told you we have toad apocalypse here. It's a little toad. Can you see him? I love my toads. Yeah. Sorry, I told you this is the reason I don't come back here as often, because I get completely distracted by every little movement. We were on a hunt for cicadas, but I'm really not seeing them. And a big brood year, they're everywhere, right? They're on, I can see their shed shells everywhere. They're drying on every tree in the property. This year, I hear them, not seeing them. All right, well, I don't want to get too deep into it today because we're already, oh geez, we're already at 9 minutes. So it's plenty of video. You're probably bored to tears, but I hope you stuck around for my Toadlet friend because he's cute. I hope you are having a fabulous day wherever you are in this world. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind. Thank you for being a part of my community, and I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.